All right, what's up, people?
What's
How's
going
everybody
on?
doing, man? What's up? Um, I'm Jared Seymour, and this is Kevin Harris here. Y'all probably know him from 97.9 CPR. Are we allowed to even say that?
Well, I don't know. I mean,
Let's start that over.
I didn't leave on bad terms, so why
No,
not?
not at all.
Formerly of
Yeah.
97.9 CPR. Well,
Okay.
yeah. Special K, back in the day. Uh, Poet didn't know it, but good to go.
Yeah.
So we're here to kind of give you an insight of what you can expect with the Sound Podcast. Jared, formerly and presently, whenever they decide they want to do something
That's
ever
right.
again, the
That's
lead
right.
singer of band Falls from Grace.
Yep.
I had a great run on the radio station with a show called The Homegrown Show. That, of course, I'll give credit to my predecessors, was not my show originally, but I took it over and I had a great time with it, a great bunch of years with it. But one thing we want to do is that outlet is gone for unsigned bands, not just locally, not just regionally, but there is not a lot of outlets for an unsigned band to get their music out there. I mean, you have your normal outlets, your Spotify's if you can get on there,
Right.
your Apple Music and stuff like that. But what we're wanting to do is kind of incorporate that feel of the interviewing, the playing of the music. We're actually at some point going to be showing you videos from the bands that you'll be able to submit the videos to us or give us the YouTube links that we can play on the live stream that we're going to be doing.
Yep.
So that's kind of what we're looking for and trying to give that outlet that's not there. Try to reach out a little more for those bands that don't have that reach yet. So I'll give a perfect example of one of the bands I know we will be featuring at some point, and they're already being featured on our YouTube channel,
Uh-huh.
is Modern Mimes out of
Yeah.
Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Yeah. I'm digging their
So
music.
it's not a local regional thing. It's an appreciation of music. It's an appreciation of the bands that aren't getting the credit that they deserve.
Well, just like you said, just from the what little we've done really so far, you've already told me about that band, a band I probably wouldn't have heard of,
Right.
or hadn't heard of. I don't know if I would have or not, but hadn't heard of. So I've already gained one new exposure to something that I already dig. So that's hopefully what we'll be able to do with this podcast. We're not really gonna call it a podcast, shouldn't say that. We are gonna take the audio from it and upload it as a podcast. So if you can't watch it on video for whatever reason, or you're busy, you're driving along, going to work, whatever, you will be able to listen to the audio only of it. But it is going to be more like a show, like you said. You know, you had the homegrown show that was on the radio for how many years was that total?
Well, let's see. I left the station in 2009. So I'd probably say it was a good 10-year run at least.
Damn, I didn't
Maybe,
realize, I didn't realize it
ma-
was that long.
maybe a little shorter than that, but I mean, I think I had it for what did I say, CPR Fest 4. So I probably had it for 5 years.
Well, and so, you know, this is going to be hopefully like a new modern day, up to date technology kind of, update of that show. Because once that show ended, I know at least locally around here, it left kind of a vacuum for unsigned music, for as far as exposure is concerned.
Yeah, and it's not. Don't want that show to get all the credit for the music and the scene that was down here, but it was nice to see when you had that show. You saw bands hearing other bands that they
Right.
hadn't heard before.
That's right.
Hey, they're from Louisiana. I want to do a show in Louisiana. We're from Mississippi. Let's call them. Hey, we'll give you a show in
That's
Mississippi.
right.
You give us a show in Louisiana, and it's stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to being able to build those bonds again with some of those bands and watch some of this stuff grow. I know the bands around here have done wonderful jobs outside of those. I mean, you can give it an example of like Wildfire. They went on
Yeah.
tour. Think I think Trapped is one of the ones they went out with.
Yeah.
So they've done stuff like that. You've seen other bands out of the area, kind of Project Nine.
Yeah. They've
I've
been doing
seen
a lot of
them.
stuff.
They've gone out to the West Coast and done some shows. So you see the bands, and we're just trying to help give them an outreach so you can take a video that we're doing here and interviewing a band, and you can send that to a club and say, hey, here's what the local people think of us.
Right.
Here's what we do in an interview. here's what we can do for you and stuff like that. So just another outlet for everybody.
That's right, and like you said, hopefully with as much social media as we have, nowadays, sometimes it's hard to find bands, and if we could just create something that's through this pot, the show itself, and then also the Facebook page and the YouTube page once we get it up running. Maybe you stumble upon somebody you wouldn't have heard of otherwise, and then that can form a relationship between those two bands, and you can trade shows, do whatever. As far as the format of the show, though, I think we've kind of figured out we want to. The first show, did you already say that we're going to do
Well, the first show is just going to be I I hate to put it this way, but it's going to be a free for all.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be, and my whole thing was to get to the present and the future, you got to remember the past. And when I say the past, I'm talking like the bands from Falls from Grace, and
Right.
Jane Doe's Dead, and Dropping Trowel,
Yeah.
and things like that were in the area. Aura, Joshua's Son.
Yeah.
I can name almost every Tyler band, Down the Phoenix, all that kind of stuff. But so we want an open invite. So I'll let you know. Our first show is November 25th. It's going to be right here at Castnet Studios. Anybody who wants to be a part of the show, who wants to come in, if you got an acoustic guitar and you want to come in and sing a song, if you want to just come chill out and hang out, have a beer or whatever,
Yeah.
you're more than welcome to. Hit us up either on the Facebook page. You can email us at thesound228@gmail.com. We've got Twitter. Everything is at thesound228. Twitter,
Yep.
Instagram, Facebook. Did you say you even started a Snapchat?
I did, but I don't know how to use Snapchat. I just wanted to make sure we had the name, so it's under your name, by the way. But the tag is still at the Sound 228. So that's pretty much the handle we're going to use for, like you said, all the social media platforms. So if you once we upload this video right here, if you see this, go ahead and start. I mean, if you want to upload stuff and start tagging us in it, we'll start sharing stuff. I mean, we've already started sharing people's local shows that we know about.
Oh, absolutely.
Trying to, just if nothing else, it can be the Facebook page can be a place where you can go and just see what shows are happening.
And if you were ever on the Homegrown Show and you're watching this video, I know who you are. Reach out to me. Let's get you back on the show. Let's get back to having fun with the music in the area, in the region, nationally.
We're gonna be loose with the. We are calling it the Sound 228. I mean, obviously that's our area code around here. I think we would need to stick to unsigned though.
Absolutely.
And that gets into like legal and money issues if you're playing copyrighted owned music.
Yep.
But that's about it. So we don't care what genre, right?
Oh, absolutely.
We don't care what genre it is.
I'm up for it. I mean, if it's got some hip hop to it, I'm all about it. I've actually got on our email already some of the submissions. There is one that there was a gentleman who got cancer.
Okay.
They sent me the song. They're going to be selling the CDs for $5 a piece to help raise money to help him battle his cancer. So we'll be able to talk about all of that on November 25th. I'll see if I can get the artist into the show and stuff like that. I'm sure she'll be watching at some point today.
Yeah, but so country music, obviously it'll probably be more rock oriented if I had to guess. But if we get enough submissions from other types of music, I mean, we want to feature anything and everything. And then also too, I'm sure most of it will be local to the area, Mississippi Gulf Coast into Louisiana, parts of Mobile, but honestly, like you said, we've already got one band out of Florida. Yep. I mean, if you send it to us and it's good, we're gonna play it. So
yeah,
get it in.
We aren't picky. We just want people to have the opportunity to get that music out there that normally may not have had an opportunity to do something else with that music. And we know a lot of people sit in their houses with an acoustic guitar, writing music and stuff like that. If you want to put it acoustically, put it on a track, send it to us.
Yep.
No problems. We'll play it. We don't have a problem.
We're
not scared.
Video. Yeah, you can send us the video. And that brings up another good point. So like formatting wise, we haven't nailed down all the times as far as how we're going to do it, but definitely in studio guests, right? For an X amount of time, whether that's 30 minutes of chatting it up or an hour, I don't know. Probably not that long before we bust into actually being able to live stream If you have YouTube videos, we'll be able to splice that into the show.
Yes.
If your music's on Spotify, we'll be able to splice that into where as you're watching it, it goes from us talking to the actual YouTube video itself or the actual audio track from Spotify, then back to in studio again. That's the goal, and all live streamed.
So, and
So
like
it'll be
I said,
interactive.
yes,
Right?
absolutely. We want to be 100% interactive. The goal is Facebook Live,
Yeah.
interacting with the viewers, letting the bands interact with you guys at the same time. Eventually, YouTube. We got a YouTube channel. We can't start broadcasting live on that until we get 100 subscribers. We
That's
just
right.
started that today. We're already up to like 14 or 15. So if you've got YouTube, definitely get on YouTube and subscribe for that. So we're looking forward to just having a good time with this. We're not in it for the glory. We're in it for the bands to have their little bit of time that I think every band deserves.
That's right. Recap real quick. If you got music out there and you want to send it to us, email would probably be the best,
Yes.
right? For the submission. So that's the sound228@gmail. Shoot us an email with your MP3s or a link to your YouTube channel. If you want to start following us now, again, the same tag is the sound228. That's whether you're on Facebook, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Instagram or Twitter. We've already got accounts built. So go ahead and start going there, follow us, like us, whatever, and just start interacting, man. We'll get back with you. So.
And I promise you, the show's going to be fun.
It is definitely going to be that. It'll be fun.
As a matter of fact, there's an opening in this curtain right here, and I fully expect as the show goes on
Right.
the 25th, people are just going to pop their heads in.
That's right.
And you know what? They're going to become a part of the show. So, like I said, if you want to be a part of the show November 25th, even if you don't play music, but you're a music fan, you want to be a part of the show,
Yeah.
you want to talk to these bands, you want to be in here live with us, chatting it up, just hit us up. 228 or the sound228 at gmail.com.
All right, man. Thank y'all for listening.
Peace.